महात्मा गांधी ने कहा था कि बी द चेंज दैट यू वांट टू सी इन द वर्ल्ड। जी हां, हर बदलाव की शुरुआत खुद से होती है। गुड इवनिंग इंडिया पे अब हम आपको मिलवाते हैं एक ऐसे शख्स से, कर्नाटक के मधु चंदन जी से, जिन्होंने एक ऐसे ही सपने के साथ शुरुआत की, पर वो चलते गए और काफिला जुड़ता गया। मधु चंदन जी सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर रहे। उन्होंने देश और विदेश की कई सॉफ्टवेयर फर्म्स में काम भी किया, लेकिन वो वापस आए भारत इस सपने के साथ कि अपने गांव को एक बेहतर जगह बनाएंगे। वो वापस आए कर्नाटक के मांड्या और उन्होंने शुरुआत की ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग की, और उनके साथ जुड़ गए मांड्या के सभी कृषक, और फिर शुरुआत हुई ऑर्गेनिक मांड्या इस ब्रांड की, जिसके प्रोडक्ट्स आज देश और विदेश में बिक रहे हैं। चलिए आपको मिलवाते हैं मधु चंदन जी से, जिनसे बात की दूरदर्शन केंद्र बैंगलोर की मेरी सहयोगी वसंती हरिप्रकाश ने।
Namaskara, as we would say in this part of Karnataka, and we welcome you to a very special part of Karnataka. In fact, this is a place called Mandya, known as a sugarcane bowl. But what's happening here is a very interesting movement, and I am Vasanthi Hariprakash. I have the privilege of bringing this part for Doordarshan. Now, we are in fact speaking to two women farmers, and Komala here with me and also Lavanya. What they are going to do is to tell us what is the kind of farming, organic farming, that they do under the umbrella of this institution called Organic Mandya. So basically the intention of this organization is to make agriculture pesticide free, poison free as they call it. But let's now talk to Komala and find out. Komala in fact is the president of the Kire Madi Mahilayara Kuta. Yeah, that basically means Kire is called greens. I mean, greens in Kannada is called Kire. And so the idea about Kire Madi is for women to do their own, kitchen farming of all these greens and other vegetables. So Komala, ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷ. ಕೀರೆ ಮಡಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವೋ ಅವಾಗ ಬಹಳ ಕುತೂಹಲ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇದು ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಈ ಕೂಟದಲ್ಲಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳಿ.
ನಮ್ಮ ಕೂಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 15 ಜನ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೂಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ, ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಜಾಗ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಜಮೀನಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಗ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ತಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಗನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಾವಯವವಾಗಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಸಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಮತ್ತೆ ಗಂಜಲದಿಂದ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ಕೀರೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕೀರೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಿರಿ ಸೊಪ್ಪು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ದಂಟಿನ ಸೊಪ್ಪು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ತರಕಾರಿ ಬೆಳೆಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೀಟನಾಶಕಗಳಾಗ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಉಪ್ಪು ರಾಸಾಯನಿಕ ಉಪ್ಪುಗಳಲ್ಲಾಗ್ಲಿ
ಅದನ್ನ ಬಳಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. All right, so to tell you the story this far, Komala and Lavanya who have joined us are telling us about how they grow not just greens but also other vegetables. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರಕಾರಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಬದನೆಕಾಯಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ,
ಬದನೆಕಾಯಿ, ಟೊಮ್ಯಾಟೊ ಮತ್ತೆ ನುಗ್ಗೆ ಗಿಡ, so
drum sticks,
ಟೊಮ್ಯಾಟೊ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಏನು beans, lady's finger. Well, there's quite a variety of vegetables that these women only grow. This is of course a little different part of the organic movement called Organic Mandya. We're going to tell you all about this, but she's been telling us about how this is pesticide free. They do not use anything which is remotely chemical in nature, and the gobra, that is the compost, the manure that they use is completely organic. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ ಎಕರೆಗೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಒಂದ್ ಎಕರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ತಗೊಳಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ಕೀರೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೂಟ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಫುಲ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ 10 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲೇ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಓಕೆ,
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. 15 ದಿವಸಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಸೊಪ್ಪು ತರಕಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ತಗೋತೀವಿ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ತಗೊಳಲ್ಲ.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇದು ಬರೋವರೆಗೂ ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ತರಕಾರಿ ತರಿಸಿದ್ರ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮಂಡ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೋತೀವಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲೂ ತಗೊಳಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಬೆಳ್ಕೊತಿದೀವಿ. ಒಬ್ರತ್ರ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ತರಕಾರಿಗಳ, ನಾವೇ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವೇ ತಿಂತೀವಿ.
So Komala in fact told me that it's not 1 acre. In fact, it's the land is much smaller that we are talking about. Kire, as I was telling you, it's almost like what we call the kitchen garden concept in urban areas. But she says that every 15 days they manage to harvest these vegetables. Her husband also helps out. Otherwise, they would have had to go to a town or a city like Mandya to get their, the vegetables for their food. But now they are able to grow it in their own backyard. So very quickly, the last question, ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಈ ತರ ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಕ್ಕೂಟ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಂಡ್ಯ ಒಂದು ತಾಲೂಕು ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರಿ ಈಗ 180
ಕೂಟಗಳಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಹಿಳೆ ಕೋಟೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಅವರುಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ ತರ ಸಾವಯವ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲೇ ತರಕಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದಾರೆ. ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ. ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋರು ನಮ್ಮಳ್ಳಿನಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ನಾವು. ಅದು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಉಳಿದಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮಂಡ್ಯ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್.
ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಲಾಭ ಏನು ಮಹಿಳೆಯರು ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಸಾಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಗೇನ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಮಾಡೋರು ರೈತರು ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕೀರೆಮಡ್ಡಿ ಕೂಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಇದರಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಲಾಭ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಲಾಭ ನಾವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಂತರಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. ಒಂದು ಹೊರಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ತಿನ್ನೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದುಡ್ಡುನು ಇದಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಸೇವ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಸಾವಯವಾಗಿ ಬೆಳ್ಕತ್ತೀವಿ.
ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಆತ್ಮವಿಶ್ವಾಸನೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗತ್ತೆ. ನೀವೇ
ಸ್ವಾವಲಂಬಿಗಳಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ನಾಟಿ ಹಸುಗಳು ತಕೊಂಡು ನಾವೇ ಸ್ವತಃ ಹಾಲು ನಾವೇ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವೇ ಕುಡಿಯುತ್ತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳುಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಿವಿ. ಆ ದುಡ್ಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಮನೆ ಖರ್ಚಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ವಾವಲಂಬಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ ಕೂಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತ ಇದಾಗ್ತೀವಿ.
ಸೊ ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಮಹಿಳೆಯರು ಸೇರ್ತಾ ಇದಾರ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ?
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ.
Okay. So, towards the end, one thing which I notice, which is very heartening, is that the women say that this makes them very self-reliant, Swavalambi, as Komala mentions, and that feeling of independence is so important that something like this gives. She also says that they also get milk, extra milk from the cattle, which they can give to their children, and most importantly, this saves them from the poison that other vegetables which are grown with pesticides and other chemicals bring onto their tables and food. And this therefore is overall very good news for women, for farming, for the entire region, I suppose. Namaskara, dhanyavada nam jote matadidikage. Thank you. After talking to the women who have this concept of kitchen garden or Kire Maddi, the group that we just now spoke to, let's now go over to the men farmers. Let's have a look at what they are doing, because Organic Mandya, this institution actually believes in making every bit of the whole process organic, which means there are fertilizers, pesticides, manure, everything has an organic component. Let's first understand how the organic fertilizer is being made, because this is an institution that does not encourage buying from outside. So let's have a look at that straight away. So Krishna ಅವರು, Mr. Krishna is actually going to show us, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ತೋರಿಸಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತ.
ಈ ಜೀವಾಮೃತವನ್ನ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ನಂತರ ರಾಸಾಯನಿಕ ರಸಗೊಬ್ಬರಗಳನ್ನ ಬಳಸಿ ಭೂಮಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಲುಷಿತ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಆ ಬೆಳೆನೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಲುಷಿತ ಆಗಿದೆ, ತಿನ್ನೋರ್ಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಲುಷಿತ ಆಗಿ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಮಧುಚಂದನ್ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್, ನಾವ್ಯಾಕೆ ವಿಷಮುಕ್ತ ಆಹಾರವನ್ನ ಬೆಳೆದು ರೈತರು ಕೊಡಬಾರ್ದು, ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡಬಾರ್ದು, ನಾವ್ಯಾಕೆ ತಿನ್ಬಾರ್ದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ತಿನ್ಸ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಇದು ಸಾವಯವ ಪೆಸ್ಟಿಸೈಡ್, ಸಾವಯವ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನ ಜೀವಾಮೃತ ಅಂತ ಸುಭಾಷ್ ಪಾಳೇಕರ್ ಅವರು, ನೈಸರ್ಗಿಕ ಕೃಷಿ ತಜ್ಞರು ಸುಭಾಷ್ ಪಾಳೇಕರ್ ಇಟ್ಟಂತ ಹೆಸರು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ 1 ಎಕರೆ ಪ್ರದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ
ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. Let me meanwhile of course tell all the viewers of Doordarshan right now watching this beautiful thing that's unfolding before our eyes. Mr. Krishna, who comes from a family of agricultural farmers, has been telling us that India in particular, the agriculture scenario has seen so much of poisoning because of the use of pesticides and chemicals. Whereas the founder of Organic Mandya, Mr. Madhuchand, who we would be speaking to in just a little while, what he said was, is there a way that the concept that has led to distress farming in this part of Karnataka, we are right now in Mandya near Mysore, can it be really saved? Can more and more farmers, we see so many farmers around us, there is a training program that happens every Monday, we are told, where farmers are told how to do organic farming. So Mr. Krishna has been, I think he's going to now give us a demonstration of how this fertilizer and Jeevamrita anta helidri. Even the name is, as you can understand, is very beautiful and self-explanatory. So we see the jaggery that's been put in, and adadmele hege ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತ.
200 ಲೀಟರ್ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯದೊಂದು ಡ್ರಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 200 ಲೀಟರ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀರ ಕಮ್ಮಿನ ಹಾಕಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ದೇಶೀಯ ಆಕಳ ಸಗಣಿ 10 kg.
ಹಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ
ದೇಶೀಯ ಕೌ
ದೇಸಿ ಕೌ
ಸಗಣಿ 10 kg.
cow
10
dung.
kgs. ಕೌ ಯೂರಿನ್ 10 kgs.
ಓಕೆ
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡೈಕಾಟ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ಸ್ 2 kg.
ಓಕೆ
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಜಾಗ್ರಿ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ಸ್ 2 kg ಜಾಗ್ರಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಲಿ ತಳಭಾಗದ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ಕೆಜಿಯಷ್ಟು ಮಣ್ಣನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಈ ಡ್ರಮ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕಿ
ಅದನ್ನೇ ಇನ್ನೊಂಚೂರು ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಮಣ್ಣು ಬೇಲಿ ಮಣ್ಣು ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳಿ, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ we all come from the city, so I think it's good to ask Mr. Krishna what exactly this means. And besides jaggery and all the cow dung, cow urine,
ಈ ಬೇಲಿ ತಳಭಾಗದ ಮಣ್ಣು ಅಥವಾ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಮಣ್ಣು.
Mr. Krishna is explaining to us that the mitti, the sand that is the mannu as they call it in Kannada, the one which is available on our farms are already ridden with chemicals and pesticides. So he's saying that it needs something which has good bacteria, good microbes, and that's the reason why they take it from the bed, and that's the kind of thing that goes into the making of this organic fertilizer. So ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಈಗ ಸೇರಿಸ್ತೀರಿ.
ನಾವು ಏನು ಕೌಡಂಗ್ ಕವೀರನ್ನು ಜಾಗ್ರಿ ದ್ವಿದಳ ಧಾನ್ಯ ಅರ್ಧ ಕೆಜಿಯಷ್ಟು ಬೇಲಿ ತಳಭಾಗದ ಮಣ್ಣು ಅಥವಾ ಅರಣ್ಯದ ಮಣ್ಣೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ರೊಟೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಇಂಗ್ರೀಡಿಯೆಂಟ್ಸ್
10 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ 2 ಟೈಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. 4 days ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೇನಂತ ಉಬ್ಬು ಬರುತ್ತದೆ. ದೋಸೆ ಹಿಟ್ಟು ಅಥವಾ ಇಡ್ಲಿಗೆ ಫರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತದೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಬೇಲ್ದಣ್ಣು, ನಾವು ಹಿಂದೆ ಬೇಲ್ದಣ್ಣು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಬೇಲ್ದಣ್ಣು ವಾಸನೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಆ ವಾಸನೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅದು ಪರ್ಮಿಟೇಷನ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು 1 ಎಕರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನೀರಿನ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು, ಬಕೆಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಸುತ್ತ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು.
Let me stop him here for a moment. So the kind of things that we have seen gone into this 200-liter tub that we see in front of us. So these are the ingredients that have gone in. He has already mentioned, right from the cow dung to the urine to the good quality of mud that is needed. And clockwise it's rotated, and he says that after 4 days this gets fermented, and that they use to put on 1 acre of their farm. Now Organic Mandya is an institution that works to make farmers go the organic way, and these are marginal farmers, which means under 4 acres of ownership.
ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ನಂಜಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಈ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು?
ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. 2 ವರ್ಷ ಹಿಂದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆಯವ್ರ ಕಾಲದಿಂದ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು. ಆಗ ಯಾವ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಗೊಬ್ಬರನು ಏನು ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಧುಸೂದನ್ ಅವರು ಬಂದು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ವಿತ್ ಸುಭಾಷ್ ಪಾಳೆಕ್ ಅವರ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮು ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಇವೆರಡು ಅಳವಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಆ ತರ ನೈಸರ್ಗಿಕ ಕೃಷಿನ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿ.
Mr. Nanjappa, who used to work in the sugar factory earlier, now he tells us that he has been a part of this organic movement, so to speak. And almost about 12,000 farmers have been trained over the past 2 years by Organic Mandya, and this happens through a regular training program every Monday all through the day, where the farmers are called in right from across Karnataka and they are given training, and we have seen some of this training happen right here. Most importantly, if anybody has to really turn into an organic farmer, the important point to note that what he says is the yield doesn't really reduce when you and the entire cycle of really putting chemicals and destroying the quality of the soil also is something that we can save the ecosystem from. Nimgella namaskara and dhanyavadagalu. Thank you. On our visit from Bangalore to this place 100 kilometers away in Mandya, which is a sugarcane bowl of Karnataka, we've been witnessing a very unique, first of its kind, organic farmer movement. Organic Mandya, which is is named after the town and the district, has set out to make farmers adopt this organic kind of agriculture, which means it has to be pesticide free, it is chemical free. Now the man who started this all, Madhuchandan, is here with us. This far we've been speaking to the women farmers and also to the farmers themselves, and they have shown us how to make organic fertilizers adella aitu. But Madhu, you're a guy who came from the US, giving up your job in California. You had your own company, and then you decided to do this because of something that triggered this. Andre Karnataka, particularly Mandya, was known as a suicide capital in 2015 for the hundreds of farmers deaths that happened because of this. How and
How do you think organic farming can correct that?
See, the kind of farming what we are teaching, it does not let farmers to buy anything from outside.
Right.
They themselves produce, they themselves consume. That was the system what we followed earlier. Our forefathers followed the same system. Today, with the usage of chemicals, with the usage of pesticides, with the usage of other agriculture inputs, what's happening is 99% of the things farmer is buying from outside,
Right.
whereas 1% is producing.
Oh, I see. So which means you mean to say that the input costs, the kind of thing that goes into the buying of these pesticides and all this is actually cut by in the process of organic farming?
Yeah,
Is that-
in the organic farming, what we do is we teach them how to produce their own fertilizer, how to produce their own pest repellents. So everything can be done at their homes. They don't have to spend even a dime to buy these pesticides or chemicals. So everything is produced within the house,
Right.
so that they don't spend anything. So whatever they produce, that comes as the profit.
Whatever is produced, that comes as profit. Now that's an important point to keep in mind. But what I would like to next ask Madhu is, if this is the case and more people really want to have organic food, especially in the cities that we come from, you know, the moment you see organic, you want to buy that. Why don't more people farm?
See,
Is it difficult to be a farmer?
it is definitely not difficult to be a farmer. In fact, from past 1.5 years, I myself is a farmer. I'm
Are you also you know,
Yeah.
doing your software
No.
simultaneously?
Now I have quit the software field. Now I am completely into farming and organic mandia related activities, spreading awareness. So farming is definitely it's hard work, but it gives a lot of pleasure when you do it.
For which, of course, you need to have the farm and the fields and land in the first place.
Right. It's not necessary. There are many farmers. You can go work in their field. They always welcome you.
So those are the kind of programs that you have, which are very unique. In
Yeah.
fact, Organic Mandia, which I noticed from what you do, is you train farmers every Monday, but you also give chance to city people like us to come and learn farming. How does that work?
So we have created a unique program called Sweat Donation. So this idea came to me a year ago, 1.5 years ago. So one fine day, one of our farmer came to me, and he was telling me that we need more laborers to work in the field. I'm not getting laborers here. So that means they needed sweat, right?
Right.
So I was on a treadmill profusely sweating, and my sweat was not useful. It was only useful for me, it was not useful for others. So I thought, if I go work in their field, the sweat will be useful to them as well as to us. So keeping that in mind, we formed a
Sweat donation
program. So
how fabulous, as in to actually make sure that people who are in the cities can really literally put their sweat to good use.
See, this program
Yeah.
not only helps them to burn their fat, it helps farmers. And the second most important thing is today urbanites, they don't have any idea about a farmer's life, how difficult the farmer is, what are the difficulties the farmers are facing. So they both are completely disconnected.
Yeah.
So this program brings them together. Farmer will now better understand how the urbanites are thinking. Urban guys will understand.
So how many urban people actually land up coming to your farms?
Till now, probably we had about 8,000 to 10,000 people have come to Mandia. A lot of ID companies come in groups.
As in they come for one day and...
One day they come in the morning. We select one farmer, one poor farmer. So the farmer gives them breakfast. They work in the field, and the farmer provides them lunch.
Right.
As an honorary, each of the individual who participate in sweat donation program, they give 300 rupees to the farmer. So if there are 20 guys coming, 6,000 rupees will go to the farmer, so that the food and breakfast
Is actually taken
taken
care of.
care. At the same time, the farmer gets some extra income as a honorary, so that it's.
This program is something that can be replicated by people across the country and those who are watching us. But I want to quickly ask one question to you, Madhu, and which is that somewhere we read that the farmer is the only person who buys in retail and sells in wholesale, which means to say that this is really something so hard to even make a profit. How have your farmers, what's the scale of profit that they have been able to make so that it incentivizes other organic other farmers watching us to turn organic?
So, right, you see, as I said earlier, the typical farmers, what they do, like when you compare their lifestyle, agriculture, everything, see, 99% of the things they buy from outside market, 1% is grown. So they cannot really balance the income versus expense. But if what we teach, not only agriculture, the way of living.
Right.
So there, 90 to 95% is they will produce in-house. It can be cereals, pulses, vegetables, greens, fruits. Even the toothpaste, they don't use toothpaste. They have started reusing neem sticks.
I see.
So we are trying to bring down the cost by making them more of producers than less of a consumer. So this way, whatever income they earn, it becomes additional earning for them.
Sure.
So the expense is literally not there at all.
Right. We could also hear from the farmers themselves about how that experience has been. Life in the US for you as an IT entrepreneur to life in a farm sitting here in this place Mandya. What has been the gain? What are you missing?
I'm not missing anything. I kind of regret why did I become an engineer. I should have stayed here. I should have I don't know, due to various reasons I got educated in Bangalore. If I was in a village, I definitely regret not growing up in a village. Now God has given me that opportunity. I'm enjoying it here. So definitely I'm not missing anything. It's a pleasure to work on the field.
Oh, that is, you're actually making some of us really feel jealous.
Yeah, the gold is under our feet. We don't realize. We keep searching for the gold everywhere. We think US or Europe or Australia will give us a lot of gold. No, the gold is right under our feet. We don't realize it.
All we have to do is to value that gold that is in our own soil, right? So in this journey of yours, which has been fascinating, and I think now because you've come from outside and you've had that experience as well, maybe somewhere, there is deeper appreciation for what otherwise may have been lost. But are there times when people have called you, they've completely criticized you or written off what you were trying to do?
Yeah, see, basically why I came from US is we had a R&D center in Bangalore. So very frequently I used to come to Bangalore every now and then. So whenever I used to travel in Bangalore, I used to go around in auto rickshaws. So most of the auto rickshaw drivers I spoke, they said they were from Mandya. And most of the mates working in my friend's house or in Bangalore, most of them are from Mandya. Unfortunately, these people, these youths, they are the daughters and sons of our farmers.
Right.
So they all own land, but instead of doing farming, they have migrated to Bangalore in search of menial jobs. So most of our population are migrated to Bangalore. So then I felt like, what am I doing? I am an engineer. I have to build the society. Instead of building society, I am building my family. I am building my house. That's not right. So it's my response. It's not a service I am doing. It's my responsibility. So that's how I cut my software career in US. I came back. Nobody does what I've done. Like, I've quit my own software company. I was earning in dollars. Now there is no earning, and I used to stay in Mandya for a week continuously in a hotel. Like, they were all wondering and they were calling me mad. And for me, the goal was very clear. I wanted to bring our youths back into farming. So a lot of people criticized me. They never believed what I said.
And you also managed to open a supermarket?
Yeah, and for the farmers to believe I was telling them organic farming, or instead of calling organic farming, let's say what our ancestors did. Ancestors did chemical-free farming. So when I used to tell them like, where is the market? Why should we do? We both get the same rates. Chemical farmers and these farmers will get the same rate. So there is no reason. Then I thought of I created a organic supermarket in a village on the highway. Like first of all, the concept is new. There were very few farmers, like 10, 15 of them doing organic farming, and I started an organic supermarket. Like it was kind of out of the box. Initially when we started, everyone was laughing.
Yeah.
But
now you're having the last laugh, I must say, because the journey this far, has been many firsts, and people are beginning to see value in that. And we congratulate you on forming this organic Mandya and giving an example to people out there to follow, right? And to probably give a solution to India's farming crisis that we have today. So good wishes for that. Thanks indeed. And with that, we take you back from this place in Mandya in Karnataka.
गुड इवनिंग इंडिया का आज का यह अंक आपको कैसा लगा, हमें जरूर बताइएगा. हमारा ईमेल आईडी है goodeveningindia@gmail.com. हम आपसे फिर मिलेंगे गुड इवनिंग इंडिया के एक और खास एपिसोड के साथ. तब तक आप अपना ख्याल रखें. नमस्कार.